100% is what I can do and will do and will always do for my kids.
People do things to me, I don't react because I just know inside that it's because you're an idiot.
Yeah, I need.
I said,
I love that.
She didn't post it on her page. She just put it on her story that some people do things to her and she doesn't react because she just knows deep down.
And
in
I
her
feel
heart,
like that's genuinely how she acts,
idiot.
because she doesn't react, and I love that about her.
I like that.
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.
Hey guys! Welcome back to Real Dilemma Podcast. We are your favorite hosts, Regina and
Dorcas.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We're so excited to be here once again to chat what we chat about. I don't know what that was, but
yeah.
Anyways, God, my head has gone blank. So yeah, welcome, guys. Yeah, it's gone
welcome
blank.
to the episode, guys.
Yeah,
if you're new to this, if you're new to the episode, please do subscribe, leave a comment below, share, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys once again for watching our previous episodes. We've been seeing your views, your comments, and all of that stuff. We love it. We appreciate it. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
When
let's
I say
get
yes, sir.
into yes,
Do I
sir.
think I'm American?
No, it even sounds like Fuhad from Shit and
Oh,
Gig.
is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Maybe that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
about
whenever
it.
James says anything, it's like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's like an ad-lib.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, yes, guys. So, how you guys doing? How you been? Have you been? Hope life has not been lifing too much.
I mean,
How have you been, Dorcas?
I'm blessed. I don't complain anymore.
Guys, by the way, it was such a chaos
blessed.
trying to even start this recording.
I know it happens sometimes. I don't know why. Everything is just hanging.
Guys, when I say it's been chaotic. Normally, we're fine in setting up and everything, but today, for some reason...
Yeah, we were videos recording. We're just here doing every other thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Hope you guys have been well, though.
Yes.
We're back to be back. We are glad. We'll get it soon.
Yeah,
we're glad to be
us.
back. Yeah, with another episode. Yes.
So what are we doing today?
So we're going to do our word of the day first.
Okay, cool. Word of the day.
Yes.
Who's going first? I'm going to go first.
Go on. Yeah.
So my word of the day is, it's actually a common word, and it's called empathy.
Empathy. I love that word.
Yes. So what does it mean, you say? I'm only saying this just so I can find my word. So empathy means... Sorry, guys. Give me a second.
With empathy, I feel like I made an intentional effort to know the meaning of empathy.
Did you? Okay, so tell me what it means.
So I feel like empathy means, from my own definition, it means feeling for someone.
Okay.
Not feeling for someone, feeling for someone.
Wait,
like when you feel someone's pain,
yes,
you're empathetic.
Yeah,
when you feel
relate
for them, when you pity them, that's sympathy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because there's a difference between empathy and sympathy, and I think people mix it up a lot. So when someone loses someone, for example, or loses something, or something happened that is major, that's, you show sympathy, or is it empathy?
You show sympathy, but you're able to empathize.
You should be able to. Well, not everyone can empathize if they can't relate, right?
Yeah. Let's get into your
okay, so the
dictionary meaning.
Yeah. So it basically means empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. So it means putting yourself in someone else's in someone else's shoes, emotionally, imagining how they would feel, why they feel that way, just relating with someone's pain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you.
I'm very empathetic.
Oh.
I'm very empathetic.
I'm trying to think, when have you shown me empathy?
You've not had it. God will not give you issues that will make me empathize with you in Jesus' name. Amen. You will not have issues that will make me empathize with you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
But I feel for people a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm like that as well.
Yeah. But are some people, most people sympathize.
Yeah. And I think it's okay, because I think with empathy, sometimes to an extent you might not have been through it, but there's this sort of emotional connection you would have to be able to feel. Not everyone can
Not everyone can feel for them.
Yeah.
Put themselves in their shoes.
And
that's just why pity and move on.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes you hear all sorts and it's like, maybe there's a victim of something and you're like, but she shouldn't have done this. Or what did she do?
Oh my God. Especially with maybe rape victims coming out to speak up years after, and they'll be like, why didn't you? Did I say fake?
No, you said the actual word, but I don't know if it's a word we can. Is it?
I believe so. Okay. But I said that word that I just said. I don't want to repeat it just in case. But they'll be like, why didn't she come out to speak up then? Why didn't she do anything then?
Yeah, things like that. And it's
those are people who don't necessarily empathize with people, I think.
Yeah, so that's my word, empathy. Let me see if there's a way I could use it in a sentence. So a sentence is, when her friend lost a loved one, Maya showed deep empathy by simply being present, listening without judgment, and offering comfort without needing to say much. Oh, that's sweet.
Those are my kind of people.
I know. And
I like people who can feel for
Maya is
people.
a nice person.
Yeah. I like people. I think I bond with people who are like that. I think you're like that as well.
Yeah, I feel too much.
You're like, oh,
I feel too much.
really?
I cry on every little thing. I'm just I'm an emotional wreck, mate.
Yeah. So, side note, I was speaking to someone who is autistic.
Okay.
And then he said something about, telling someone else that he was going through stuff. And then the person was like, oh, I feel your pain.
No, you don't.
Then so people who are autistic receive things how you say it.
Yeah.
So he heard it as, I feel your pain. And he got so upset because you cannot feel my pain because you did not go through what I went through.
Been through it, yeah.
But what she meant, when he explained to me, I was like, what she meant is, she feels for you, not like she feels your pain.
Literally,
she cannot, It wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry. Because of my autism, I thought she was feeling my pain, like she was mocking me.
They take things literal, like
what you tell them is what it
is.
Understand it to be. So he was not like, no. So I was like, no. She meant that she feels for you. She doesn't feel your pain.
And I feel it's good that's why it's good that we're bringing words like this, because we can sort of bring the awareness on how to use these things in your everyday life, like know when to use it and who to use it with. Yeah.
So when you're talking to someone with
some sort of neurodiversity.
Exactly.
Don't
just use the general term that you use. Be more specific and, communicate better.
Communicate better, yeah.
Yes, do.
Because you can further explain yourself and not just say it and leave it. But
yeah.
Moving on.
So my word. Oh, my slang.
Your slang. What's your slang?
My slang is choke. Very off from yours. Very off.
Choke. Are you sure that's your word?
Yeah, that's my slang.
Your slang?
Yeah, choke. So, is it choke? Yeah. Choke, yeah. That's my slang. So my slang is choke.
Why is that your slang?
Because
you're
trying to link something.
Yeah. You're trying to link
I'm trying to link it, yeah. So today we're going to be talking about a movie, and then the feeling or what I felt after watching the movie
was choke. Choke.
Even the drama that happened on the internet that we're still going to talk about.
Choke. Oh, wow.
Do you understand? Okay. So I'm going with choke, and choke is a Nigerian slang, a Nigerian pidgin slang.
Is there a definition for it?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
AI, thank you, AI. Choke is a Nigerian slang expression typically used to express overwhelming amazement or awe at something impressive. It's an exclamation of admiration or surprise, often used when someone is stunned by something exciting, surprising, or impressive.
But then it could also be used, I think that word overwhelming expression is the best time, because yes, most times it's used for positive.
Yes.
In a positive line. That's when we use it, really. But you can also use it in a overwhelming sense. Yeah, like when you're choke. Yeah. So it could be used in different ways.
Yeah. I think most pidgin words can be used in multiple ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Most of them. Alpha.
So
Alpha. Like Abi. The slangs are crazy. There's multiple ways.
Nigeria is wild.
It's crazy, I swear. So yeah, that's my word. Choke. Speaking about choke.
Literally spelled E. The letter E. And then choke. like,
Ichok. Yeah, so Ichok is a slang. Nice slang, isn't it?
It is lovely. I love it. I use it a lot. I think there was a time we used to use it a lot. Like, I think after like COVID.
Yeah, everything
and
was
that's the problem
joking.
That's the problem with slangs now. That comes out of Nigeria, especially slang from there. The moment we start saying it, is we rinse it.
We do.
Just like everything we do in Nigeria. We rinse it till the word is... Yeah, that's good.
Ichok.
So let's...
Problem me not the finish.
Ichoko.
That's too right. So another thing that choked is the movie Straw that we're going to talk about. Let's get into
Guys, have you
Let's get into it.
So you know what? I was thinking about it today when we said we are going to talk about it, right? I was like, this movie is so good that they don't even need... You know the way some people are bringing things out, like if you bring a movie out, a music out as an artist, or a movie out, you have to do like PR run. Is it PR they call it? PR run. Publicity run to, push people to go watch or listen. This movie don't need all that.
Yeah.
This movie in itself, because I was searching online and I'm seeing people talking about it. That's how much Tyler Perry didn't need.
It's trending.
It's trending on its own, and that shows it's a testament to how good, the actors, the storyline, everything was.
Do we need to talk to people who don't like spoilers first of all?
I'm gonna forget we go spoil because I really didn't want to watch that movie.
Okay.
I was doing everything possible not to watch it. Okay. But when I watched it,
yeah. But if you don't like spoilers, we're going to talk about it for maybe just 5 minutes. So skip 5 minutes ahead.
Facts.
Just 5 minutes. But if you want to know, just keep watching.
Yeah, I was going to say we won't over-spoil it, but I really don't know how we're going to go in this. Because the movie evoked... The emotions that it evoked in me was just crazy.
And I feel like if you are a mom, there is no way you will not feel something. If you're a woman...
If you're a human being.
If you're a child...
See, I was watching it with my husband, and he was holding back the tears. There was one, I could see the tear in his eye. Like, he wasn't breathing at some... I was like, guy, breathe. He was like, man, what's this? What is this?
Only Tyler Perry can do that to you.
Only Tyler Perry can.
The thing is, Okay, let's talk about Tyler Perry now. Tyler Perry, I've always said this, like, since I was probably, like, 25, 24. Yeah, I've always said that Tyler Perry is someone I want to be like.
He's a legend.
I've always felt like I would be behind the cameras making things and not be in front of the camera.
Because you're into media, innit?
But then...
What happened?
No money for that side. So we're hoping to make money in front of the cameras. But Tyler Perry is that kind of person that all of his movies, all of his projects evoke emotions. There's a message. He's intentional about everything. If you check from the cast, the only set of people that were probably white are like the FBI.
The police.
Apart from FBI and that police guy that he made white. Yeah. Which I feel like it was intentional, Tyler Perry. Making the bad guy.
Yeah,
white.
Tyler Perry, no shade, and I don't know, we stand to be corrected, but Tyler Perry has been all about the community. Yes. And I mean the black community.
100%.
Even in his stage plays.
Yes.
Like he would use one or two Caucasians, and even those Caucasians, you can tell they are very culture infused. Like even the way they sing, you're like, did you grow up in a black house?
Thank you for talking about his stage plays.
Do you get
a lot of people who are... I've seen some negative comments about it. I'm talking about how Tyler Perry's storylines are over-exaggerated and stuff like that. I think it's because it comes from the background of stage plays. He's always been a theatre person. So his plays are always like that and has always been like that. But I don't think it's a negative thing.
No, it's not. And I love him for the fact that he focuses a lot on the black woman. A lot of his movies are focused on the struggles of the black woman.
You know, he was raised by
a single black woman now. So, and that's one thing that just made me love him. He has had a lot of backlash over the years, down to like the type of people he uses in his movies, and especially his stage plays. They curse him out for saying like he's always using, sorry for my word, but fat people, like people of the plus size.
He rarely uses the stereotypical.
No, he doesn't. No, he's using them. He's using them for a particular reason, which is to show that the man is chasing after the skinny girl or the skinny white girl or the skinny black girl. That's when and maybe the guy's wife is a chubbier on the plus size, and then maybe she then works hard to lose the weight, and then the guy comes. Like his movies.
But I don't know why people will criticize him for that when a stereotypical woman is on this side.
The problem
is on the 10 and 12 and 14 and 16
they
and
don't
18.
have empathy. they can't relate with the struggles of black. I just wanted to link my word into that's only why I said it. But yeah, like, they don't really, a lot of people don't understand the struggles of black women. Even we, to an extent, we can only relate from our angle of black women's struggle. Have you seen an American black woman's struggle is different from a British black woman's struggle? Like, when I say British, we that live in the UK. Am I not making sense?
No, I'm just biting my tongue.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just biting my tongue.
When she get quiet, I'm like, did I say something wrong?
I'm biting my tongue because
No, but I get to see in the general, what's the word? The general view of things. Yes, black women have struggles, right?
But black women in Africa and black women in the US, black women in the UK, we all have different struggles. That's what I was trying to say. We all have the struggles are different.
Yes. So that's why some people that are criticizing him might not understand why he's always exaggerating the black woman struggles. Mm-hmm. But he's coming from a point of the black woman, yes, in general, but then there's a different struggle that they face, a different type of struggle that they face in the US that they will face in Nigeria, for example, or that we will face here, or in Ireland growing up, things like that. Do you get what I mean? So, but overall, the fact that there's somebody out there that is big enough to put it out on the screen, I applaud you, mate. We applaud you. If you ever see this, I don't know if you ever see it, but yo, Tyler, you did your big one.
He did a big one. I watched an interview where Taraji P Henson and Sherry Shepherd, gave him his kudos, and they said that the most they've gotten on a movie set they got from Tyler Perry.
It's always
imagine
a lot
that.
of testaments.
Imagine that.
This lady that sang "Take Me to the King,"
Tamara
Man, and her husband David, same thing. If you watch the way they give this guy respect because of how he brought
Tyler Perry.
Anyway, let's get into Tyler Perry is one person.
Yes.
Taraji
is that
that
woman. Okay.
God, this.
So let's backtrack. Let's backtrack and talk about. We've spoken about Tyler, giving him his credit.
Yeah.
Now, let's get into the cast of the actual movie.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Do you want to go into the movie star?
Sorry. What's her name? What's my Aaron Pierre's girlfriend? What's her name?
Aaron Pierre.
That's another.
Tiana Taylor. Oh, we forgot about her. Okay, so the cast. Okay, you talk about the cast and the storyline.
The storyline?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe because it's fresh. Okay, the storyline.
Yeah,
it's about a black woman who is a single mother, and she. God,
you're still feeling it,
I'm still
right?
Guy.
The thing is, do you know why I asked you to even talk about the storyline? Because you watched it yesterday. I watched it.
I was avoiding. Dorcas we're supposed to watch it together.
Yes,
but I was like avoiding it because I've been seeing a lot of people saying they were crying. I said. Dorcas to cry. She called me after she cried. She had not even finished the movie. She was crying. I said, God, what's going on? I don't want to watch it. But I finally watched it last night because I knew we were going to be talking about it today. So I was like, okay. So it's about a black woman who has a sickly daughter, and she's struggling. She didn't have a good job. She lived in like a block apartment that is really in the ghetto. Do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. They didn't really give us much backstory as to how she got to where she is. Really, the story is really just shot in certain scenes. Like, it's not a lot, but basically she has a daughter, and the daughter is really sick. Do you know why it's hard for me to explain? Because for the whole movie I was believing what was happening until the end, and we found out that she was hallucinating, or it was not real. The whole thing that she thought was happening was not actually happening. So I feel like it's a movie about trauma and grief, and not knowing how she didn't process her grief, because I think it only happened the night before. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it happened the day before.
The day before. So basically, we just have to spoil it. There's no how we cannot spoil it.
I'm sorry, guys, we're gonna spoil it. So it happened the day before, and then something made her snap.
Something made her snap.
Yes, and it was from the accident.
No, but okay. But before the accident, she her reality wasn't her reality.
Her reality wasn't her reality.
So she woke up. So the movie starts off, she wakes up with her daughter with the headphones. But guys, the truth of the matter is her daughter wasn't even there.
But she thought her daughter was there. So she lived out that whole day. The movie was shot in literally one day. Mm-hmm. She lived out that whole day thinking everything that happened. She woke up, gave her daughter a bath. She was telling her daughter that her daughter, her daughter has seizures. So the daughter couldn't shower herself. Then they were rushing. They left the house. The landlady was like chasing her for money. She said she would give her money because she was expecting a paycheck. Got in the car and she drove off to drop her daughter in school. She dropped her daughter off, waved to the teacher. The teacher looked like, "Are you okay?" That part, I was like, why is she staring at her? Anyway, then she started driving to work. And then this is where you were talking about her snapping. Take it from there. So she was driving to work. No, she did go to work. And then when she got to work, she got a call.
Oh, she got a
call.
Yeah.
And then it was something about her bill. But what they showed to us was that she was supposed to go to her daughter's school. But it was a bill later on. And then she got a call to go to her daughter's school. She went to her daughter's school. On getting to her daughter's school, social services came pick the daughter because they said the daughter wasn't feeding well.
She wasn't feeding well. She looked unkept.
And different things. And then she said, no, I gave her a bath and all that stuff.
And guys, imagine, we're just saying this, but guys, the acting... Taraji's acting, because imagine you as a mother, a struggling mother of a sick child, and then social services, to her, the school called social services on her daughter. So she's pissed off that you know me, you know what's going on, and you call social services on my daughter, and they came and they were dragging the daughter. She was like, my child has medication, she needs her meds.
Yeah.
Don't let her shout. She has seizures, she will go into a fit.
Yeah.
All that was happening.
She went home. After that, she went home. Her landlady...
No, she went back to work.
No, she went back home.
Yeah.
She went back home. Her landlady threw her things out. And then
she went back to work and then the guy kicked her out.
Oh, yeah,
he fired her
off. Yeah.
Her boss fired her. She really had a bad day. When you say someone had a bad day...
There are people who go through that,
No, people should never go through that.
There are people who go through that.
That is... She's justified. As I was watching it, guys, I told my husband, I said, I need a paper to write the list of people that I'm about to unalive. I'm about to unalive a lot of people. From the landlady to the boss to the, the people in the shopping center, that person in her store that threw the glass on her, to that guy, and then to the stupid policeman that...
I think the bottom line of this movie is just, you don't know what people are going through, just be nice. Just be nice to people.
Be kind.
Just be kind. Because you don't know what people are going through. That guy that threw the glass at her feet did not know what she was going through. But those little things triggered her. Yeah, but you don't have to know.
Just be kind.
Those little things triggered her. The boss that is normally a mean person was mean as always.
He was so mean.
And then that also triggered her. A lot of things triggered her. The good thing about Tyler Perry's plot is most times he paints the villain to be a good person at the same time. There's this other movie he did with Taraji as well. Something about she stayed with him for a really long time and then a girlfriend, he now got with another girl.
Diary of a Black Woman.
No, not that one.
I've watched all this movie.
Yeah, so if you guys know, please leave it down in the comments.
Is it colored?
No, it's not colored. If you remember what I'm talking about, please put it down. That movie still causes controversy till tomorrow. And it's still Taraji in the movie.
It's not Why I Married?
No, that's not the title. Where Taraji dated this guy, high school boyfriend for a really long time, got with him, he cheated on her, she forgave him, she lost her womb in the process, and then he painted a picture of what their future would be like. She held him on... You know the movie?
I know, but I can't remember the name.
I can't remember the title. But that movie still causes controversy till tomorrow because he always paints the villain to be a good person. Yeah. So in this movie, Straw, Taraji, because of all the things she's been through, still did something bad. She killed her boss. That's bad. That's murder.
And he deserved it.
Now,
I'm sorry.
You're saying he deserved it because that's the villain. Now, that's... You can also say she's the villain because she killed somebody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's a good person but because of what she's been through.
Yeah, and that's the thing about...
You don't know what the man, too, has been through.
Yeah.
So, do you get what I'm saying? So, he paints the actor, the...
but he was evil. No, he was mean. He was mean because you could have easily given her check. But you were taking the power. You see, when people have power and they know that you don't.
Let me give you a scenario. I'm just playing. Devil's advocate here. Let me give you a scenario. You have a business, right?
Right.
You have a staff that's always calling in sick. That's always having issues. This same staff, you know that there are days that maybe something will be fine. Like, you know that their child is probably taken care of, right? But you know that they're used to using their child as an excuse.
Yeah.
And then maybe because they are just tired and don't want to go home early, you now find out that they use their child to lie again. This staff is always doing this at the expense of your business. One day you'll snap. That one day that you'll snap will now be the day that this boss snapped on her. We didn't see previous ones.
We didn't see previous.
So it might not be
because and to back up what you're saying, actually, because as mean as he was, he still allowed her to go.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Even though he was still mean about it by saying you only have 30 minutes. How is she supposed to go and come back in 30 minutes?
No, if you're going to your child's school and your child's school is not far, you can
just
go and come back in 30 minutes.
Yes.
But she decided to take a piss.
To the bank. No,
go to the bank
because she didn't have the money.
The boss didn't know that.
The ATM was not removing the money.
The boss did not know that. Now, this is Tyler Perry causing chaos. So
Tyler
he does it all the damn time, like with all his movies.
That movie,
the plot twist.
The plot twist was... Guys, we've not even reached half of... Why did I say reached? As if I can't pronounce it. We've not reached half of where the movie... This is just us talking.
If you haven't watched it, even with the spoiler, please do.
You have to. We highly recommend. Trust me. They're not paying us, but this one, I will freely give ads. Go and watch Straw. It's a good movie. Because there's so much to learn from this movie. There's so much in one movie. And it's not like the movie was... different scenes. Like the movie was one day. It was meant to be just one day, and so much happened in that day. And it's like down to even police brutality, and that's why I love him. He highlights things that the struggles that they're going through, not just with women but in America. Yeah. Because see that policeman, he's a racist mother. He's a racist mother.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was so angry. Fair enough, she was not concentrating or whatever. You could have just let her go. You decided to chase her down.
And then threaten.
Run her. And then threaten to unalive her.
Yeah, he did that. You guys should watch it.
Nah, that movie. But for me as well, another thing that came out of that movie for me is just her. She really portrayed a mother's love. Two things, mother's love and grief. And the importance of having a community, because did you hear when she was telling Cheryl Shepherd in the bank when that one that was another person that I loved, when that one was like she's gonna walk out with her, that don't worry,
and she already knew that the child was,
and she knew oh my god. Guys, I can't keep this movie.
You guys need to see.
I didn't process my emotions because I was waiting for this podcast. That's if you feel like, why is Regina doing too much? Guys, I'm doing too much because
need to see the movie.
I did not process my emotions after. I literally watched it last night and went to bed.
Sherry Shepherd, I was so impressed. So I've seen Sherry Shepherd in a few things here and there, but I was so impressed because she's a talk show host.
Yes, I
was so impressed. So the cast also brought every single thing to life. Yeah. From Sherry Shepherd to Taraji to Tyler
bank, people in the bank as well. Tiana Taylor. She was beautiful.
Like the women. So the thing about community is with her, she didn't have a community, and that's why I feel like grief hit her the way it did. Normally, especially with Nigerians, when you have a community and you lose a child, your mother will not be somewhere far.
There
are people with
aside
you.
Your mother, even your neighbors. There are people that will be with you. Your friends. So it just showed that yes, she didn't have a community. Because how can your child die
a day before and the next day you snap? If you had people with you, that would have been avoided. She
felt like she was in a trance. It felt like she was in a trance.
She went to walk.
She acted normal. Like when they were now showing the reality of what was actually happening, I was like, and people are looking at her, like the neighbor that was shouting at her, the teacher, like they didn't even notice how she was being weird. And it goes back to, guys, being kind is not just by saying it's by being observant as well. Like there are things that will be happening around us that we are not noticing. You know, someone could be going through serious mental health issues, but because maybe you've been seeing them the same way over and over again. Yeah, Taraji's probably always rushing to work every day. She's always in a haste with her child. So you didn't take notice of it. It really, really boils down to us being observant of our environment as well. Because it's very sad for one person to go through such.
And I think what I would say to that is, all of us that are in the abroad, let's not forget our culture. Our culture doesn't allow us to mind our business.
Facts, but we are
minding your business keeps you away from trouble, but then it saves your neighbor.
It saves people.
In a place like this, a lot of them mind their business, but that's not our culture.
You know, funny you're
especially
saying this.
when it is your neighbor. Don't mind your business when it's your neighbor.
It's funny you're saying this, yeah, and I appreciate you for that because you're actually so nice with your neighbors.
Yeah,
like you guys, you and your like I'm cool with my neighbors, but I think you and your neighbor, yours is a bit more, and I think it's because you noticed that okay, this is someone that needs people around her.
Especially when you know that, yeah, do you know my friend in Leeds, right? She told me a neighbor of hers died in the house alone for days.
Wow.
Before they found his body. So maybe that's a single guy or by himself. But if it's a family person, just try to be your neighbor's
It's funny you'd say that because I was talking to my mom on my way back this morning, and we were talking just in normal gist, and then she was like, "What were we talking about?" Oh yeah, we're talking about not having children. Like, my mom always wants me to have more. She's always saying, oh, I have more. I said,
who was that? You?
Exactly. That's exactly what my sister said. My sister literally said, the person that don't want it is the person you are disturbing. You better leave her alone. So my sister now said that she noticed that bear in mind, guys, my family are my sister, my mom, they're back in Dublin, right? Mm-hmm. So my sister was like, people in UK, funny enough, is like they always stop at 3. Most of them don't tend to go past 3 because, you know, and I said yes, that because there's no community here.
True.
Like, there's no community. Like, and I was now telling my mom that I actually feel like back in Dublin or Ireland, there's a lot more community than here. And I'm of the opinion, that's my opinion, and that's because when I left, that was my mindset. And that's still my mindset now. However, my mom and my sister, that's their reality. So they were telling me that things have changed. Since that's when you left, now that's when you guys were still here. I was like, it's really? She's like, no, that everybody minds their business now. Nobody gets into any. But growing up for me, I really, looking back, I appreciate Dublin and Ireland because as crazy as things were, we came together. And I think it's also part of the whole being that whole racial thing was there a lot then. But down to even church. In the UK, there's no, as much as they try to, compared to how it was back in Ireland, there was always something bringing everybody together. That community. Do you get? And then you build your small community from there. But UK, everybody, man, even church self, pastor no free, everybody's like, you must call me before you come to me. And that's fine, but it's not always fine. It's not always fine, man, because that's where people get isolated.
True. Yeah, that's where people get isolated.
This movie, man, there's so many stories. There's
so many stories. So let's now talk about, before we got to know the end bits and how the mom was riding out for her child. Showing, you know, a mother's love. Because that was our thought process while we were watching. So we got to the end and we were like,
what?
So she actually died.
What? She wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's no. Do you know when she even told? Sorry, guys. When she told Cheryl that please take care of. I was like, yes. I was really looking forward to Taraji actually going to jail and like Cheryl raising the child up and giving the child a good life, and she will come out of jail at some point. And no, not a happy ending.
No,
it was not a happy ending, guys.
Tyler was just showing us also how, you know,
the reality.
Mothers go hard for their kids, especially single mothers. How they go hard for their kids. Like
some of them.
Most of them do. She said some of them. Most of them do.
Yeah,
and then
I'll say 90% of them.
Yeah, most of them do.
Trust me. Yeah.
And then it also now took me to the Nollywood actress.
Who's that?
Iyabo Ojo. I'm gonna pull it
up.
Are
we on this again?
Yes, we are. And I think I really appreciated what she did.
We're gonna come back to this, but let you go into your celebrity people.
Yes, I really appreciated what she did. So what happened was, For those of you who don't know, Iyabo Ojo is Priscilia Ojo's mom.
We're back with Priscilla's just again. Guys, don't come for us.
She's Priscilia Ojo's mom. And then something happened recently where Iyabo Ojo, I think I sent it to you. I'm trying to find it, guys.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Did I read it? Is the question.
So Iyabo Ojo, made a post.
Did she make a post or blogger made a post?
She made a post responding to a blogger who attacked her child.
Talk about what the blogger said first.
Yeah, God. Let me just find this. So there's this blogger in Tanzania, who called Juma Jux out and called Priscilia Ojo out for, distracting their citizens with their wedding and their honeymoon and their Zanzibar trip, like different things, and saying, they're actually fighting right now for a cause in their country because their government is X, Y, and Z, which I don't know, and that the wedding and all that publicity, according to her, publicity stunt is distracting the Tanzanians from, actually fighting for what they're fighting for. And she did not just put it up, she said they need to stop putting up posts for the next, I think, 5 months.
She's just a hater, man.
They are done with their elections and all of that. She did not just stop there. She took it a step further and tagged Priscilia Ojo.
And she didn't tag Juma.
She didn't.
And I love the comments, because the comments were saying, why didn't you tag your brothers?
She didn't tag the husband, who is actually the Tanzanian. She tagged the Nigerian
She's
wife.
Just a hater, bro.
Who is Priscilia Ojo. She tagged Priscilia Ojo. And then, as a mother that Iyabo Ojo is, the queen mother.
The queen.
She took it upon herself to respond. Just like how
there's
Taraji
no how,
once had
especially if the mother is in the limelight. You're not coming, and then my child just got married. You're just a hater.
She made a post. Iyabo Ojo made a post, and obviously I'm not going to read everything out here because it's a lengthy post. But she made a post and responded to the Tanzanian blogger, and then told her, never in your life. Never in your life. Never in your life talk to my kid that way, basically, is what she said.
Yeah.
Never in your life talk to my child that way.
Yeah.
Her response was very long and lengthy, but bottom line is, no come near my pikin, basically.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated. I feel like when I saw the post, I was like, as a mom, 100% is what I can do and will do and will always do for my kids. So that just resonated with me, and then it made a lot of sense. So in connection, and then Priscilia Ojo also made a post.
Oh, did she? I didn't see that.
But she didn't say anything. She's keeping it classy and cute.
What did she
so she just responded with Grace Aguilera's, you know all those Grace Aguilera's videos that she'll be like, if you talk about me, thunder will fire you or something like that. Let me say. This is what she said.
People do things to me, I don't react because I just know inside that it's because you're an idiot.
Yeah, I need you.
I said,
I love that.
She didn't post it on her page. She just put it on her story that some people do things to her and she doesn't react because she just knows deep down.
And I feel like that's genuinely how she acts, because she doesn't reaakt, and I love that about her.
I like that.
She better, hopefully
her mom is definitely going to react.
But she has a mother that's an
her mother does not play.
She doesn't play with other people's children. Not talk of her own child. Come on, man. So yeah, but I feel like that blogger was out of hand, out of context. Like, what was the reason?
I
You need to put. I wish you can find that.
What
was the reason? I just explained the reason.
Fair enough, you guys are having Ojo Juma tea. Sorry. Oh, I've switched it to my Yoruba.
Yeah.
What is Juma and Priscilla's concern? They're just getting married.
Yeah.
They're just getting married. You're so pained that they are taking the attention. But guy, I read a comment and I was like, I actually liked it. I didn't like the comment, I would have commented. The comment said, if your election or your cause that you're fighting for as a country is easily swayed by Juma and Kini's wedding, then clearly your cousin is not cause enough. Because that means, because there's some things that Yoruba if you say to Yoruba, it hits more. Yeah. Like, it obviously means that you guys don't know what you're doing. You're not focused. Because this wedding is only for whatever. Fair enough, they did it for a long time. But after May now, that's it.
She was just taking a piss, to be honest.
She's just dumb, and then she's saying that they should not post anything for 5 months. Who gave you the right?
You're not giving them timeline.
Who gave you the rights? And then saying, brought even Diamond into it. face Diamond and Juma if you're that pressed. Face them.
I think what she needed to do was just, encourage her people to post more, focus on the cause.
She did not even need to say anything. And then you're now just continue doing what you're doing.
Stop posting about their...
She doesn't even need to make any comments on it. And then I think Iyabo mentioned in her status that in her response that this lady is in America.
She lives in America.
She's based
according
in America.
To Iyabo Ojo, yes. According to Iyabo Ojo, you're not even in Tanzania.
She's not worth it.
On the front lines fighting.
You are there, your own passion. Sorry, for those that don't understand, you are giving rules.
So bottom line, comparing both situations is just showing how hard women go for their kids.
Yeah.
Iyabo Ojo, that was just the tip of an iceberg of what she can do when it comes to her children. And Iyabo comes off as somebody that's...
She goes to war. And we back her up. We back her. When we don't back her, we don't back her. But for me, I feel like when she's speaking up with her black bonnet and her ring light.
Once Iyabo set her camera for you. You remember all those ones, all those videos that she's done facing Liz and Jerry and all that. She don't play.
I appreciate me. Like I said in the last episode, I think that I appreciate when people speak out. Now it just depends on what they're speaking about, but. When you are fighting for justice in any form, I appreciate people like that because I might not do it, but I'm like, I ride with you, I stand with you. But back to the whole mother's love, like it really shows, man, motherhood is so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's such a beautiful thing. It's such a hard thing, and it can be very painful as well. Today I was asked when I was talking to my mom because her birthday is coming soon, and I asked her a question. I said, "Mom, what do you want for your birthday?" Do you know what my mother said? She said, my birthday. What I want for my birthday is for all of you to be happy. I said, what is wrong with you? It literally took me by shock. I said, are you all right? I said, Mom, I forgot she was mom. I said, are you all right? I was like, I asked you a question. I said, you're such a mother. What do you want for your birthday? Not what you want for other people. What do you want? She said, boy, I want you guys to be. I said, yes, that aside. What do you want for your birthday? That was when she now said what she wanted. But when she made that statement initially, I was just like, Jesus, what kind of selfless human being is this? Like, I never reached you, but
I'm just thinking, when it comes to motherhood, you feel like before you had a child, you felt like, your main purpose on earth is, like you want to get a job, you want to do well in life and all of that. But when you become a mother, you start feeling like you have more of a purpose on earth.
Yeah, you do.
You start feeling like if your kids are okay,
you're good.
Like you have fulfilled your purpose on earth. Like you have accomplished something huge in life. You start to feel that way. The mindset of it, fulfilling your purpose, is deep.
And that's why whenever I want to do something for myself, I always have to make sure my children are good. Do you get me? Like even if it's down to even going to work, when I want to go to work, and I know that. And I feel like we always put a pressure on ourselves as well. I don't know how to put it, but for me, even though my husband is there, I always feel like I need to do these things so that it's easier on him.
So we tell ourselves it's easier on them, but we're doing it because we want the kids okay.
But I feel like it's to make it easy so nobody disturb me.
So if it's easier on your husband, who does it benefit? The kids.
It benefits me too because I don't have to stress.
You don't have to stress, but at the end of the day, it's the kids.
Yeah.
Because you can choose to be unbothered. If they call you, you can choose to be unbothered. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you want your kids to be okay. Yeah. You guys,
because without the kids, the children, he can survive. He'll be fine. Yeah. I don't bother much.
Yeah, you guys, let us know in the comment section. What does
a mother's love mean to you? That's a good question.
Yes.
What does a mother's love mean to you?
To me, I feel like a mother's love means... This is not very good, but...
Say it.
Selflessness. Like...
Yeah.
It's not the best. And from time to time, I try to live for myself.
Yeah.
But I feel like I live for my kids.
That is my... See, guys. Okay, carry on. Let me let you
feel like a mother's love to me is living for your kids. In as much as I try to do all the things I love, podcasts, work, at the end of the day, I feel like it's for them. Because if it's not for them, I would be good. I don't care about being rich, being wealthy.
Yeah. you're good.
I just want to be
good.
If you're able to eat, take your little vacations here and there, you're good.
Yeah.
But me wanting those extras,
because you don't want them to now have to.
I don't want them to even have to. Like, I want a situation where, you know, they're done with school and they're just taking the time out. I've gotten them a car, gotten them a house. It's not the best.
I don't think
obviously you still teach them to work, but I want a situation where they don't have to lack.
There's a question that was doing the runs on social media. I don't know if I heard it somewhere, I can't remember, but they asked the person asked his co-host that if you were like really, really rich, like a billionaire or something, would you still want your, I don't know how they put it, like would you provide everything for your children? I think that's how they put it. Or would you want them to still go out and hustle for their own sort of thing?
And I think I've seen that before. Yeah. And the person said they'll go out and hustle.
Yeah, they will still go. And I agree to that as well. Where I stand is I want, they will know that there's money, but I want them to have life experience. I want them to understand the value of a pound.
No, that's not them going out to hustle. That's you. That's training. That's the discipline you give them as you're raising them.
Yeah, but some children, and that's another thing, you still have to know your children, because some children will take that, giving them everything, and become a nuisance. That's where you see all these rich kids just moving mad with no home training.
But then there's some rich kids who
look at the Hotel de Las, for example. That is what I want. They know that their father is rich, but they're still on their grind. And the difference now is they're not on their grind because they're trying to make a living. They're doing what they love.
That's what I want.
They're doing exactly, and that's what I want to. But I still want to see that you're not just dependent on daddy's money. No, there's something that is bringing money in for you. If you fall short, come to daddy and mommy. We will sort you out. But I still want to see that drive, that you have potentials, you have things that you want to do in your life. You're not just a bum.
And then daddy and mommy can now back that mommy thing will back you love to do.
I will give you capital to start your own business. I will give you, if there's anything you can always come back. But when you now become so, reliant on the fact that your parents are rich, that's what I don't want. Because my money is I worked hard. That's my dad. I worked hard for my money. You gonna work hard for your own money.
But how much money you want to chop?
I beg.
How much money?
No, if I go, I will leave it to them. They can do whatever. But while I'm alive, I want to see you still hustling, taking care of your own, taking care of your family. If you need help, come to daddy and mommy.
Of course.
There's backup. Of course. Don't rely on me. I want to use my own. Me and my husband will be flying everywhere with my money.
Yeah.
That's the life.
Yeah. You guys, let us know in the comment section, what's a mother's love to you? What extents can you go for your kids? Some can shoot their bosses. I don't know if I can say that kind of word on YouTube, but
you just said it.
Like straw. What she did with her boss. Yeah. Some can go above and beyond.
And to be honest, I feel like she did it in, like, it was out of impulse, and the pressure. She was under so much pressure. They came to rob. Someone was trying to shoot her, and she shot the person because that one was self-defense. What she did with that guy. And then the boss was not calling police. On top, person get gun for hand, you are insulting the person, saying you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. Why would I shoot you? Because she clearly wasn't thinking straight, because there was cameras. He had already called 911, so 911 could obviously hear what was going on. So it was just precious. And then the fact that she's thinking, I'm gonna go to jail, my child is sick, all that.
Chaotic.
But yeah, guys, we just hope you enjoyed this episode, because I did. I still haven't vented about this movie. Oh my God.
I cried. 30 minutes in, I was already...
And like, guys, Sienna Taylor also deserves
I know you're crying. I was like, get out. Get out of here.
Tiana did so well.
She did.
She handled it. She empathized. She could understand that woman's struggle, because like she said herself, she was also raised by a single mother.
True.
Sorry, another point I wanted to... Oh, God, I talk too much, but yes. Another point I wanted to raise is... See this FBI versus police matter, It's so irritating. Do you see that guy? I've noticed in not just this movie, a lot of movies where the normal police don't want to involve the FBI, because the FBI, they're so prideful. They have too much pride because they are federal, so they will come and say, we're taking over. You see what the guy did? I was so angry so many times. Like, are you okay? Anyway, that's a FBI police. You guys should
what I was going to say is, because I have a little background in police state and HQ.
Oh yeah.
It's tricky because sometimes we see it in movies that they look bad. Federal looks bad. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's what's best.
Sometimes.
And if they don't come with that... they don't want to be intimidated. They're coming to take over. They're not coming to... And sometimes
but I feel like they need to still relax sometimes. I get what you're saying. No, this is just from me. I think I'm looking for Ali as at a bias point because... And it's always racial. Because I just saw that one that happened in the movie was more... Who are you to tell me what to do? A black woman. Go inside and deal with that. That's how I see it. It's not always a great lens to see things, but I just felt like, guy, calm down. If you come into a situation, at least be nice and try and understand what's going on. See that first policeman, the white one that was allowed, even her own boss was saying she should leave. And the guy said, no, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah. Do you get? But you just came in with your...
I think it works best when they decide to work with the local police.
They should work
like get one or two people who know the story, the environment. Yeah.
That was the best, but I feel like his one was just racist. Everything. Call me out. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Yeah. We've come to the end of this episode.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. If you have any comments, guys, please drop it down below. Tell us what you think of the movie if you've seen it. And if you've not seen it, guys, go and watch it. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Why are you not doing the hand gesture?
Yeah. Like,
comment, subscribe. And we'll see you on our next episode.
Love.
Always.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.